Aphrodite. I had a lucid dream where this met Aphrodite. She walked by. In this dream, the gods were giants. They were about 10 feet tall. And Aphrodite wasn't wearing a shirt, so she was naked. But she was wearing a dress with some kind of peach handles at the sides and like some sort of silver, but it seemed like there was an outer layer of silver, something silver, and then underneath was black. And she walked by, and Aphrodite has this AOE effect, where area, or VOE, volume of effect, where it's like these tingles in your face, like small pins and needles, and they gradually change where on your face there are, maybe 2 or 3 at a time. And your nose, it's like something, the wax melts out of your ears, your nose starts running, you can breathe really clearly, you start tearing. Like, I didn't know I could breathe that clearly. I'd never breathed that clearly before, and I probably won't ever again. I don't know how that happened. I wonder if I injected my nose with cortisol or something. It brings your attention to that we have this inflammation that you don't generally think about. And I feel like I'm missing something. Breathe really clearly. It's like there was something behind my nose where maybe kind of like, I don't know, it's like something was being blocked and now it's open now. I don't know, it's like you had a headache, or like as if there's something tight behind your nose and now it's open, and now this soothing thing can come up from behind your nose, and it goes away and you feel a little better, like relieved. And kind of like a tension or a headache of some kind, something that's like, or you weren't thinking about it, but it's as if we have a constant headache all the time, and then when she walks by, it opens up, and then it's like this warmth can come up your face, and then it's like goes away, and everything's put into position, pushed into, as if something was collapsed behind your face, and now it's opened up, and now something can get through that can soothe. I didn't speak to Aphrodite. I put the invisible woman here, Susan Storm, because that reminds me a lot of, this is the closest thing that I've seen to, I mean, it doesn't look like Aphrodite, but in the similar way that I had that other thing for Hermes, that Aquaman mail cereal box mail away figure, this ceiling fan pull string character figure of the invisible woman. I mean, her hair would be longer, but blonde-haired, blue-eyed. Like, it's hard to describe the kind of woman, a Susan Storm type, I guess, kind of downtown Irish CEO Manhattan, but also maybe sort of Las Vegas Expo Center bikini model bikini pinup model contest winner cowgirl, or like the Hooters military Hummer girl or cartoon, or one of the Hard Rock Cafe blonde military girl cartoons, like that kind of person crossed with like a Maureen McGarth or a like Alexa Fischer. kind of like that. But there's a bit of a stern teacher kind of quality, but then this blonde-haired, blue-eyed, like very female person, kind of like Susan Storm. That's why I picked the Invisible Woman as the closest I could figure. Aphrodite is the goddess of love, sex, beauty. And love is more of a fictional thing. It doesn't exist. And everyone will keep saying it does, but it doesn't. Nobody loves anybody. And parents are abusive authority figures that, for the most part, they are. But everyone says they love their parents because they're forced to. Everyone does that because everyone else does it. It's not true. No one could love someone who dominates them. The world is subject to this Stockholm syndrome, that seems to be the nature of people. When you're stuck your whole life with people who are abusive and they never give up power to you, you will eventually be forced to give up all of your anger toward them, and you will tell them that you love them and that you like them, and you'll be nice to them. That's just how people are. They're not good people, they're bad people, but they're so forceful and unbeatable that nature makes you obey them and not create any problems for them. And unfortunately, that's the way the world goes, so their power is absolute. That's a very frustrating part of life. As a concept, that's really all people say love is, just the stuff you have to say because everyone says it. Men don't love women. They just say that because if you don't, you're not getting any pussy. You have to say that. Like, oh, you just want to have sex with me. Well, yeah. Well, it's not just about sex. I'm sure you don't want to be around a jerk. You don't want to be... You do want companionship. You do want that, but no one is thinking the way that they say they are. Like, oh, I'm interested in your soul. I'm interested in who you are, learning the experience, growing as a person. No, they're not. Right? The reality is that people, at least around here, look for someone who's generally like themselves, a bit more good looking than the regular person, and who they feel comfortable with. And if they're comfortable with you, then they go through their life just being themselves. And when they see someone along the way, they meet some cute girl, and then they approach them and say whatever it is authority allows you to say. And then if she says yes, you spend time together. And if you like doing that, you keep doing that. Basically like how you make a friend. You don't have to, it's not a bloody interview process when you make friends. You just do it. It's one of the most natural things in the world. Except for if you're me. It doesn't come naturally for me, but that is when you live in a place that's good, for that wants to help you and be nice to you. Friendship comes naturally, girls come naturally, though it's a little harder with girls because girls and boys have different interests. So again, everyone likes their own group more than other people, so they tend to spend most of their time around their own kind. And when you do that over long periods, different groups end up coming up with different activities to do, and everyone's feelings change to like whatever the people who are around them, who have power over them, like. So girls and boys end up having different preferences of recreation, and that's how you make friends. You do things you like to do together. Between boys and girls, there's less of that to have in common. So it's harder to make friends with a girl. Generally, girls will make friends with girls, and boys will make friends with boys. And really, but everyone wants a mate. So you end up forcing a friendship and saying, oh no, I really care about you. Oh no, I have such an incredible experience. No, you don't. You're just forcing an involvement with this person. If I were to be able to have a girlfriend, I'd probably just say, well, I don't like Mary-Kate and Ashley and Jerry Maguire, but I'll watch it. I'll watch it with you so we can spend time together if that gives, and maybe sometimes you'll play this board game that I'm making and watch Marvel movies with me. And that's really what I would end up doing. And I think that's generally what people end up doing. But they won't admit that because everyone else won't admit it. But there is no love. That would be a nice idea if, I mean, there's infatuation. That is real, but most people won't even get that. Infatuation is this experience where they say you meet this person and you know instantly you have this strong feeling, like this very strong, and you touch them and it's like lightning when you touch them. And like you have this, that's what I think people call infatuation when they say falling in love. That's what they mean. It's a strong, overwhelming feeling. I've never felt anything like that. I have wanted to have sex with girls. I've had dreams about girls. I've I've been like, I wouldn't say infatuated, but I've had like ongoing, like, yeah, I wish I could have that girl as a girlfriend. I wish I could have sex with her. I wish um uh, but not infatuation, and most certainly not love. This idea that when I had this idea that you're kissing someone or kissing a mate, and you smell the rain out of nowhere, and you think of this, you have a flash of this windmill, looking up at a windmill and the grass along the plains, the wind blowing, and it's like kind of like a storm where the air is warm and it's like staticky, it's ionized, the smell of static and blood, or maybe that's different. It's like you have these as if love is this, if love were to exist, or maybe that's infatuation, but part of infatuation. But I have this idea of love being a very ancient, like one of the strongest, oldest experiences. That when you think of something that's a very powerful experience, like authority, like fear, like pain, like it takes over you, you don't have a choice. That would explain why it's called falling into it. But of course, if you don't say it, then you don't have anyone. So you have to lie. You have to tell people you love them. But really, love is more like commitment. It's more like you choose to be in this person's life. You choose to be in, like, to help them and to support them. Yes, they're beautiful. You like to have sex with them, but you have made an oath to society and to obey authority and its rules that you shall protect and help and be an assistant to this other person until you're dead, until death do you part. That is generally what people think of as, like, that's love, but that's a choice. That's not a feeling. You can do that with someone you're friends with. You can do that with someone you're infatuated with. I wouldn't advise that, because infatuation isn't permanent. It goes away. At least in most people. Some people, they say it lasts, um, but I don't think love exists, and I don't think for the most part people get infatuated. I don't think I'll ever experience that in my lifetime. Nor would it be good, because I don't get any reciprocation. So no girl I've wanted has ever wanted me back. And that's always made Aphrodite a very frustrating god for me. There's a phrase in the God Con that actually Bellman, who plays Jesus, he came up with. Yeah, yeah, Aphrodite's a bitch. Yeah, Aphrodite. God damn it, Aphrodite. Yeah, kind of like that, not like that. That is. So I say that because it's hard. Aphrodite is difficult for me because I can't get a girlfriend. I can't have those experiences. You live your life being an outcast, feeling like you're not the same as other people, and people can't get the good experiences from you that other people can. So you'll never have that in your life, and other people can, because you kind of wish it's that idea that, like, you tried, or that you have a lot helping you. There was a lot of your power making this strong, and it still didn't work. Be one thing if I wasn't really human. I would say that most of my life, like, I'm not human, because it's more upsetting to feel like I'm a broken person than just that I'm not one of you. That's why I can't do it. I'm not like you. I'm something else. You want to shed this. You want to become something new. And I think that's why people a lot turn to, like, the Dionysian kind of way, where you go, like, turn morbid and get all like leather and darkness, because it lets you shed the person you hate and become something else, where even if it's something bad or harsh, at least you can get something good out of it, where the nature of that being helps you, instead of like you're a strong, you rule in hell rather than be a broken mortal. You at least have some kind of power here. You have a body that helps you and gives you strength and is works in a way that's satisfying to you, rather than be more of a pleasant being, but your wings are broken. You're an angel with broken wings, so you can be a demon and have very wings that work very well. You can fly. To feel like the things in you are supporting this behavior. They're making you to do this. There's a lot in you the parts of you that are devoted to getting you to do something good are mostly devoted to this, but it's not enough for it to work, and that's what makes it the worst. And Aphrodite is the mother of Phobos and Deimos, gods of loss, terror, and fear. Deimos and Phobos, terror and fear. And loss, I think, comes from like I wasn't trying, or if you were trying. So if you want to be able to say that I wasn't really trying, so that you don't see that you're insufficient, that you weren't good enough. But when you see that your body was doing that, it was consistently repeating the little parts that make anything do what it does, that it was putting a lot of its parts to build or make an outcome of being able to mate and like and be liked, and it wasn't enough. No, then I'm not. And I think of Athena too, that no, I'm not sexual then. I think that's what I would often say. I'm not sexual, because it's upsetting to know that you were and you weren't good enough. Then no, I'm not a creature that does that. Then I'm some robot thing. People would often call me a robot anyway, unprovoked. Funny. Then I took it and just said, okay, then I'm a robot. Then at least I don't have to feel like I'm a being that has all of its power trying to be liked, trying to be valued, and couldn't do it. Then my powers do something else. But the reality is that I'm not a lizard, I'm not a robot. I am a Homo sapien, and I've been rejected, and I've been preyed upon by my own kind. I've been betrayed. I've been robbed, and I've been denied the ability to have a lot of experiences in life by other people. And that's frustrating and bad. I chose this time of twilight. The cats are corpuscular, nulliparous, like a pussy. I think nulliparous is a type of pussy. Pussy majora flaps. The majora's mask of pussy flap, nulliparous pussy flaps. Corpuscular refers to cats. I'm going to talk about cats. Cats are curious to me because cats the male cat has a penis that has spikes on it. So when a male cat is having sex with a female cat, he's ripping up her vagina. Like he has nails, little tiny needle nails on the inside of it. And that's why they always scream. They're always screaming. If you've ever seen cats have sex. And you wonder, why would a cat do this? What is it that... And it kind of... Because that's how people treat you when you're me. Like, I am naturally this destructive presence, that my existence, not necessarily that I have a spiky penis, but that my existence is like a spiky existence, and that anything I touch I will destroy, I will hurt, that letting me do anything, letting me have power, letting me have affection, letting me have sex, giving me a job, anything good in life, if I have it, it destroys everything and everyone around me. That's how people behave. And therefore it's okay to ostracize me and hate me and hurt me, because that, only an equal can rub off on you. So as long as you don't let someone have power over themselves or over other people, then you won't feel like to become like them and to change to be like what they are. They're stopping themselves from feeling that I'm a real person, or feeling that I'm good enough so that I don't rub off on them, and that they don't become a lower value, destructive, or upsetting being like me, that my filth cannot spread. And so a male cat, it makes you feel like you're this ugly, empty thing that can never be favored. And a male cat is this being with a, and all cats have this, not house cats, but felines in general, that they have this destructive sex thing that when they're like the rudder duck, I think also they're rapists, they're duck rapists. Um, but cats, they have this like torture device for a penis, and but female cats do it anyway. And female cats, they are unlike Homo sapiens, a mating season. That's an interesting idea, mating season. Homo sapiens don't have a mating season. They mate equally, have equal interest in mating all year round. But a cat is mainly platonic most of the year. They don't care. They have no interest in mating whatsoever. They're like, young children. And then suddenly, for like during like the spring or some particular season, all of a sudden, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me now, fuck me, yes, fuck me, David, fuck me, Jerry. And it's like, if you ever, I walk up the stairs, or if you ever hear that, like that sound, that's essentially a cat going, fuck me, Jerry, fuck me, God, fuck me now, fuck me, fuck me. Yeah. So that's what that sound means. And tomcats, boy cats, for miles hear that, and they're like all around, running around. Where's the pussy at? Where's the pussy at? And it's just, I find it strange that any cat would do this. Why would you do this? Do you know? I mean, you think the first time it happens, at least you'd be like, oh, not gonna get my vagina torn up again. But the cats continue to reproduce despite this. I don't know why, Anyway, but I wonder if maybe cats are just like the way we are afraid of death. Cats are afraid of not reproducing, so they don't want to do it, but they just can't not do it. They feel bad, They're forced to do it by their instincts or something. Or I'd like to think that that female cats like have so much enjoyment to counteract the like the pain, like they have some kind of adrenaline and like pleasure that's so great that it's worth it for them, that they keep doing this and having children. And now imagine if you would take a cat's penis and file down the male penis, so that way a feline could have this would so that would be the first time ever in the history of cats. Are a prehistoric creature. Like the cats are older than Homo sapiens, and old since like the dawn of cats. They've been torturing each other's vaginas with cat penises. This would be for the first time in the history of everything. Could a cat just enjoy sex with a male cat without the tearing? So it's like if they have all this pleasure to counteract the pain, if a Homo sapien were to artificially take that pain away, take the spikes away, then let them have sex, would that be like some incredible euphoric, experience? Would that be like taking the foreskin off a male in a way that actually, made that actually was a good thing? Like you did that to Homo sapiens, it's not good, but you take away a part from the tip of the cat's penis, now you're actually providing a sexual function, something that would help them. Would it? I don't know. It makes me wonder. Corpuscular. Cats are most active at this time. So at dawn and at dusk, twilight and dawn, which is right now, it was twilight when it was blue, now it's dawn. And then at dusk later on today. Is today Valentine's Day? I think it might be. I don't know. But here I am talking about cat penises and Aphrodite. I'm still thinking, fuck me, Jerry, fuck me now, fuck me, hell yeah. Oh, that's a South Park episode of that fat cat. I was working at Animal Haven, or volunteering there, and there was that fat cat. I don't know if you've ever seen it in the news. It was on the news. I saw that cat in person. And cats, they can't lose weight quickly because they will, like boxers sometimes do that. They lose 15 pounds in a single fight from fighting so hard. They do get liver problems, but I was told that if a cat goes on a diet too quickly, they will die. It will poison them. Curious. Something I wonder about cats. And mating season. That's another thing. Like, what does it feel like to be in a mating season? As if, again, I feel like to have no interest all year round, and then all that sexual desire put into just a few months where a cat will just fuck any male that shows up. I think in lions, once again, there's dominance. So wherever there's dominance, violence is the determinant of mating. The penises are very small. But any time that I think bonobos, which are Homo sapiens' closest living relative that we know of, they're very promiscuous. They just kind of fuck around. And there, the penises are much bigger. But Homo sapiens have the biggest penises among the great apes. So, what does that tell you? So presumably that would suggest females are impregnated by the male that they're having sex with the most, and they enjoy bigger dicks more, so they choose bigger dicks. Bigger dicks get chosen. Not that will ever matter for me, because I'm just all around. I don't even get to that point where my penis gets judged, because my body and my voice is judged. my race is judged. I wonder, what is that like to have like all that desire to have sex all at once? It's like, I would think that such as when people say they look for meaning. I think of it, they're comparing life to being like a tool where you make something, and because it's artificial, it's different from nature, it has beauty. And understanding that beauty is rewarding, and then it helps you to live your life in a way to change your behavior to use that tool to get a reward. And they want nature, like life is missing that kind of property. They want life to be rewarding in the way that our tools are, to have that kind of order to it, but life does not, nor will it ever have that kind of order to it. That when you ask what makes getting high on life better or safer than getting high on crystal meth, like you say, I don't need crystal meth, I'm high on life. Why? You're going to get addicted either way. It is really pathetic, our drive to live. No one wants to be alive. We're scared to die, and we don't want to say it because we fear being punished by other people. We fear even speaking of it. Like sex, it's the same thing whether it comes to the hatred, the abuse, death, or sex. It's always, everyone wants it, everyone's doing it, everyone's hiding it, but no one can talk about it. Can't say it, can't talk about it. You live in this world where it's like, it's so frustrating. No one can do or say anything about it unless certain things happen first. So it's like heavy restrictions because there's so much hate. People don't do each other sexual favors. It's kind of annoying that you call yourself someone's friend and someone's being ostracized from having sex. Someone is not getting affection, and you say, "Oh, I'll die for you. I'll do anything for you." And you have this cute friend. Will you have sex with me? Oh no, never. No, that's never gonna happen. You're not someone's friend if you won't do them sexual favors. That's something. I don't know. I don't think I would do it either. That's not good that we're like that. Like, imagine being ostracized and not only being like me, but then gay. Like, imagine if you were gay. If I had a gay friend and they were like, "Man, I'm having some difficulty finding men. I'm not getting affection. This place, because homosexuals have it rough. They're hated by the whole world. Bloody worshipping imaginary, like Aphrodite is an imaginary god, but I don't know if anyone worships her anymore. Or they probably do, but it's not enough where it's a problem for me. But Jesus is a huge problem for people all over the world because they're a very powerful, popular religion. And they used to straight up murder and slaughter homosexuals. Now they kind of just secretly try to sabotage and mistreat them. But if I had a friend who was a homosexual and he's like, "Man, I can't find a boyfriend and it's really frustrating," Could I get some ass? Can I get some, you suck my dick, please? Can you rub your body up against me? Can I titty fuck your ass cheeks? Please. Now, again, given the circumstances, that's a perfectly fair request. Man, I know I don't want to do that. But please, come on, I'm here. I'm uncomfortable. I know, man. A real friend would do that for you. A real friend would be down to do that. I'm not. And it's like there's no real friendship here. Everything is authority. Everyone's feelings only are whatever most people want to do or say is okay, and that's a truly